how to monetize a Facebook group. Let's get down to the bottom of this, because a lot of people are saying you got to make Facebook groups, you got to build a community. The ads are suffering, and the emails, all this stuff, and there's like more and more attention. It's getting more and more expensive, and I need to get this thing, but I got a group of maybe a couple hundred, a couple thousand, maybe a couple tens of thousands of people, but I don't exactly know how to turn that into money. Let's get to the bottom of ways that you can monetize Facebook groups, because I've done it. I've built Facebook groups of 10,000, 50,000, 300,000, and I've turned those directly into money in multiple different ways. So we're going to cover how you can do it, best practices to get things done, ways to take advantage of these of these assets to really boost your business, and maybe a couple hacks. Let's get to it. Again, it's good. My name is Charlie. I'm here to help you out. Let's begin to win at Facebook. Here's how to begin to monetize your Facebook group. Let's go. Okay. First thing, if you've got a Facebook group with any followers, mazel tov to you. That means you're on the right path. Now, how do we monetize it? Now, monetizing something comes in many different forms, but really what we're trying to get down to is how do we take this attention in this community and really turn it into profit? Let's first start with, how do we build that community? Well, there's several different ways of doing it. I'm going to give you 3 pieces right here. We're not going to deep dive too much into it, but I want to give you 3 best practices to build your community. Number 1, put a link to your community in all of your ads. Say like, hey, this is the sales pitch, and if you want to know more, join the community. We'll gladly show you whatever you need. Let your community be the thing that drives more sales. That's step number 1 in monetizing. Let your existing customers and your community members sell people who aren't sold yet, who may or may not click on your ad, who may or may not trust you, who may or may not have the landing page in your website convert them. Let them talk to other customers. Let your customers be your salespeople. That's a fun hack. Second, inside of your post-transactional experience, after somebody buys, give them a link. Say, hey, thanks for buying. By the way, join the community. In their receipt, say, hey, thanks for buying. Join the community. These are excellent ways of making sure that you're maximizing your touch points to create long-term value. Right? We talk about lifetime value of a customer. And monetizing a Facebook group means that, honestly, part of it is getting a larger and larger group. The last thing you can do to really grow your group is to go out and be a source of truth. Be something that people rely on for an answer, or for a solution, or for comedy, or for, whatever it is that you're doing. Be a source of truth. When you go into other Facebook groups, or you're on Twitter, or you're on YouTube, or you're anywhere, mention that this thing exists. It takes very little time. If you notice in my descriptions down below, there's a link to my Facebook group. It's also on my webpage. It's also in my course. It's also mentioned in my ebooks. My ebooks come from that. You'll also hear me talk about it a lot. And that's been very helpful. That's one reason why my personal Facebook group is over 12,000 people. I also made a point of going into other Facebook groups and offering advice. And then people said, well, hey, how can I learn from you? I said, hey, look, I'm not trying to poach things, but if you want to DM me, I can show you some other resources. And I would let those people self-opt into me so that I was showing integrity. And then I would direct them to the group. And then I make people have value. Like, if you want to join my group, hit the link below, and maybe I'll just put a link here. And if you do it, you can, if you want a free ebook from facebookdisruptor.com, just give me your email address, and I'll gladly give you the latest ebook for free. So now, if you notice, what's also happening is, because I'm providing some value, I'm giving a lead gen effectively. I'm giving you value. Now, if that value pays off, you're going to come back to me and ask for more. Which immediately also means that my group is doubling down on my expertise. It's reinforcing the message. Now, this also happens for many brands. I've done it for weight loss companies. I've done it for health and beauty companies. I've done it for SaaS companies. I've done it for a lot of different things. But the messaging is always around the same thing. You came to this group for expertise. Now, the big mistake that I see people make is they have their group lead to a YouTube video where you have to download something and it's all lead gen. It is all, here's an inch, and you have to pay me for a mile. Now that is garbage. because it feels smart, but it's also used car salesman shit, right? It's bait and switch. Everybody knows when you're trying to take advantage of them. So part of growing your community and monetizing it is building trust and showing integrity. And if you get ebooks from me, nowhere in that ebook does it say, buy more stuff. Nowhere do I follow up with you saying, hey, now you check this thing, here's other stuff. Because the quality of what I have to say and the message that I'm putting across, my integrity and me being a source of truth means that if you want more, you can get it. Now, that's enough about me. I'm just trying to show you examples of how things work. Now, I've done that for brands with 300,000 Facebook group members and brands with 500. Right? I've built brands from 10,000 to 50,000 using those types of strategies. So let's get down now to ways of monetizing that group outside of that. Well, 3 big things. First, if you make the group the culture around reinforcing your message, where you ultimately provide the solution, then that's a really great way. For instance, if it's a health and beauty group, why not have a topic of conversation? Make a big point of having people talk about what's going on. Talk about the problems, provide solutions. And also, in a way, basically saying, look, this is a solution. I think the best way of handling it is X, Y, and Z. And honestly, like, here's a link to go do it if you want it. Right? Let people sell themselves on wanting to be a customer. And your other customers will say, yes, I did this thing and it's great. Here's a link to the thing, right? So you can start to use it to develop trust and overcome those barriers in a way that's effectively free on media dollars and relies on your existing user base as well as somebody that's moderating that group to drive the conversation and set the expectation of what that group is about. Because also, groups are only as good as they are moderated. A lot of people make the mistake of letting anybody post at any time. Willy-nilly groups, and what happens is they get chock full of spam and nobody checks it anymore because there's no quality control. If there's no quality control, then you're not going to be able to use it for money. It's just a giant thing that you built up that you're not able to take advantage of. And you can absolutely today make sure that moderators have to approve every post, and every post that gets posted gets a response, an actionable response. And again, if you join my group, I personally approve every message. Everything that goes up live is either information or a question. Every one of them is validated by me and has a response by me. So I have super high quality, and it's also, again, reinforcing that I know what's going on and that this group is of quality. What happens there is people see more and more quality, like, okay, look, I like all this stuff. I'm getting more value. I just, how can I get more? Right? People come to me asking how they can get more, and I provide them with solutions to that, which are different monetary solutions. You can buy ebooks, you can join the Patreon. Both of those are like $100 to get started right now. It might be more, it might be less when you see this thing. And there's a Slack group, there's consulting, there's a course, there's different ways of solving the problem. But if what I'm giving you for free isn't enough and you find it super valuable and effectively you want to skip the line and learn more quicker, there's absolutely a way to pay for that. Second way of monetizing your group in this style is if you're running Facebook ads or you have a sale, drop it in your group. Let your group know that this is happening. I am stunned as to how many people don't tell their groups that a sale is happening. Let the people who are dedicated know about something that's going on. Like, look, maybe you're going to announce a Black Friday sale. Drop it in your group on Thursday. Then you follow up with an email. Then you make it public. What happens by the time those ads go live is you're already making sales. And you don't need to use your media dollars to focus on retention because those people are already in your Facebook group. Those people are already opening your emails. And those people are also probably already in your chat bots. And that gets to the last point. If you want to monetize your group, one of the things I highly suggest is have a welcome video. Tell people what to expect. Teach them, train them, let them know what the expectation is. Now, if you make that video from a page, you're going to be able to make a custom audience out of everybody that viewed that video, which effectively means you're going to be able to pixel your Facebook group. That's a custom audience. Now, what you can do is use that to run ads to, but another thing you can do is attach a chatbot to it, a growth chatbot, where you basically say comment to opt-in growth tool. So go to ManyChat, big fans of those guys. I'm friends with the people that run it. They're fantastic. That comment to opt-in basically says if anybody comments on this post, opt them into the chatbot. See if they want to get it. And if so, if they come to the group and you have a video that says, hey, comment below for X, Y, and Z. Thank you for everything. You've created value. You set an expectation. You've taught people what to expect and how to use the group. And if they comment below, they can get something extra. Well, when they comment below, they give you their email address. They give you their phone number. And they opt into Facebook chat, which means now you can reach out to them. And if you have their email, you have their phone number, you have Messenger, when it's time to actually make a sale, or it's trying to offer a promotion, or if you just want to follow up with somebody, you now have far more resources than just the email addresses of the people that purchased and maybe some discount lead gen exit intent pop-up on your website, which you should do. But you're starting to really, really stack up assets of value that you can use as a CRM list to capitalize for profit. The last thing that I'm going to mention is a little quick Facebook hack, because I told you I was going to get to it, and I'm going to teach it to you. If you have an ad that's doing well and you want to really scale it, drop that ad, that post ID in your Facebook group, and just tell people, hey, what do you think of this? Tell them. Set an expectation, or make a VIP group where you give people a benefit for commenting and engaging on your content, so that your ads shoot through the roof in the amount of comments they get. Your estimated action rate goes up. And those comments are all positive reviews. So when somebody actually sees that ad, they're getting dozens or hundreds of comments that are all glowing reviews of people that when they join the group, hey, look, that person's there. Wendy said this thing in the comment, and boom, she's in the group. Hey, she just posted. I can ask her about this thing. And now your customers are your salespeople. So anyway, that's a nice little breakdown of how I have used Facebook groups to generate millions of dollars of revenue in a way that's effectively passive. It's just about strategy, not hard work. Anyway, I hope that helps. Once again, hi, I'm Charlie. I'm here to help you begin to win at Facebook. This is how to monetize your Facebook group. See you next time. All right, bye.